Right off. Stephen, I was going to ask, we were talking backstage about how this is a 12-year-old thing for you at this point. Just for the audience that may not be familiar with the play or the sort of genesis of all this, why don't you talk a little bit how this play kind of started in the first place? This was your first play. Obviously, you're a Tony Award-winning playwright now, but 12 years ago, scrappy young writer, where did this idea come from, and what was the sort of beginnings of the play?
Yeah, it was 12 years ago. It's hard to believe, actually, because I've known Sarah now for over a decade. But I was interested in. I became really obsessed with a lot of political scandals involving Republican conservatives.
We don't have any more of those.
We don't have that anymore.
They don't make them like they used to.
But it was a time where there was a lot of talk about the sanctity of marriage, and I was interested in one particular sex scandal that seemed to embody about 7 or 8 of them, in which a mayor of Spokane, Washington, would spend a lot of his career championing the sanctity of marriage, trying to pass legislation ensuring that gays and lesbians couldn't be daycare workers, was revealed to be having a very illicit relationship himself with a man, and it turned out with several teenage boys. So, fast forward, this political idea and this idea to explore, what is it that makes people in power, rather than wanting to, or authority figures, rather than giving voice to the voiceless, what is that thing that makes people sometimes try to weaken people who already have or in a weak position? Again, this feels very relevant to the times we're living in now.
These guys to create this speech and debate team with her, and kind of finds a community through that.
Aww.
Yeah.
That is what happens. Not pandering. Austin, my man. Did anybody see Austin in Spring Awakening? Did you see? I think woo means yes. Austin, you're fantastic in that, and I was very excited when I heard that you were in this. Was this, forgive my lack of this answer, was this the first feature film?
Yes, yeah, this was the first camera thing
I've
done, yeah.
So how was that? I mean, you're a Broadway vet now, and you did it, you did that HO week thing, now in front of a camera doing what was a play. Before you answer that question, I would say let's talk about your character as well, and let these guys know what you do, and then I want to hear about your process as well.
Yeah, I was actually up last night. I was trying to remember the last name of my character. I don't even think I know I can't remember. I don't think he ever had a last name. But his first name is Howie, and he moves to this town, and he doesn't know anyone, and he's openly gay, and he feels like an alien. I think that's one of the lines he says. He feels like an alien, and he's kind of one of those people that thinks that everyone else is sort of weird and not connected to him, but also he feels very disconnected from everyone else. And for much of his arc in the film, I think he goes through it trying to convince Duwada and Liam here that Solomon that they're the weird ones and that he is the more normal one. And I think throughout the movie you see that he feels like the weird one, and that's kind of how he earns these two best friends.
I've actually worked with Tom before on The Way Back, which
Great movie.
Thank you guys so much. And funny story though, if we're talking about it, we were just talking about it backstage, weren't we, Tom? About the two weeks that I waited to hear back about. Not that it was ever. I would have waited 3 years to hear back about that role, but this I definitely, we're just good friends, and I read the script and I was like, yeah, this is I can relate to all of this. It's an amazing script. Who wouldn't want to do this? And probably the most incredible thing for me, I didn't know it at the time, was that by doing this movie that was a crossover from a play, I got to meet all of these amazing people here who I think of as such close friends today, and they both went on to go do Broadway plays, and I was so jealous and inspired and motivated to.
Did they get you tickets?
Yes, yeah, we got. Yeah, they did, and we got. I was working on a show, luckily in New York, and I got to. That was my saving grace from the long work schedule. Is I would get to go see a show, and it would recharge me, and I'm sure it charges a lot of people here in the audience. But so yeah, it was amazing.